Favorite boy band?
I've got Justin Timberlake's shoe right outside my office. It's always there.
Say more, please.
Yeah, it smells great. It fits me. I've worn it.
Do people say you have a doppelganger, a
Yes.
celebrity lookalike?
Yes, and it's the most random.
Oh, I can't wait.
Y'all won't even know who it is. He's in the movie Ghost.
Patrick Swayze?
No.
How do you handle doubts or questions about your faith? What has surprised you most about starting the podcast? Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Live Change Podcast. My name is Chad, and I'm joined by Jason and Joanna. And today is another episode of the special Live Change Podcast mailbag where we answer your questions. That's right. You submitted questions that you wanted us to answer. I don't know why, but I'm thankful for it. So you guys sent in...
We can barely keep you in your seat.
I know.
You sound like a radio, like a 1956 radio DJ.
Welcome
to the mailbag.
It's the talkies.
Yeah, exactly.
Gather around the radio, children.
And Chad's like, thank you for that compliment.
Yeah,
exactly.
Notice it was like, a diss, and I was like, I like it. Notice I said diss. Gosh, does anyone say diss anymore?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
So you submitted all of your questions, and we're going to do our best to answer some of those. Some of them are fun, some of them are a little deeper, and some of them are real head scratchers. So we're going to do our best to answer as many as we can.
Head scratchers. I like that.
So first question is, if you hadn't gotten into ministry, what career path would you have chosen?
Wow, that's a great question.
Yeah.
I probably would have just stayed in retail. Yeah.
Yeah, you would have.
We'd be shopping today at a place called
Joanna's?
Joanna Wishard's.
Oh, I don't think I would have had my own place.
Yeah, you would have by now.
Oh, yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would we sell there?
A line of shabby
Boutique.
chic.
Boutique.
Go ahead. Keep talking about all the things you know that go in stores.
Boutique bougie mules.
I don't know. Potpourri.
Potpourri?
Satchels.
This isn't Grandma Wishard.
Grandma Wishard's.
I don't. Well,
Actually,
we know
I kind
it
of
would,
like that.
That'd be fun.
I kind of actually
Grandma
like that.
Wishard's.
it wouldn't be a shoe store because it'd be
It
like.
wouldn't be a shoe store. A shoe store.
wear
You walk in
shoes.
with.
Actually,
your
yeah,
feet.
you wouldn't have to wear shoes in my store.
See,
No shirt,
shoes?
no shoot, no problem.
Yeah, like you're good. Come on in.
I
That's what
assure
you.
you.
Could call it. You could
I
name it
assure
that.
you would stop that policy really quick.
Oh my gosh! Now I want to know what kind of stores would
could-
you guys have?
You could
Oh.
sell the
Gavel?
Drumsticks?
the breadsticks. The breadsticks
Breads-
you made.
They were soft pretzels.
Yes, those.
That's
the
right.
ones you-
If you didn't remember
So
that
rude.
episode of the podcast, Jason did make fun of Joanna's cooking one time.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
What store would you? What store? I would
No,
do.
it's not what store. It's what would you be if you weren't in ministry?
Well, yeah, but she wants to know what store would you
Yeah.
Oh,
open.
I have no clue.
I you know what? I'll do
Chad
both.
would sell knockoff rucking gear.
Did you just ask that question because you wanted to answer it?
No, I
Yes,
wanted.
you did.
No, you guys were like, oh, you'd have Grandma Wishard's with potpourri.
This is why I love the mailbag so much.
No one actually sent in any of these questions. It's Chad.
This is just me.
These are just things Chad's curious about.
I would open a travel agency.
Oh, that'd be good.
It's the most unneeded. If you're a travel agent, I'm not trying to offend, but it's definitely a more online culture now for travel agency, and I just wish I could be a travel agent. I think it would be so much fun to help people plan vacations.
Yeah, you're paying though I would use a travel agent because you're paying for them to just do the work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Or-
you can do all the work
Yes.
now. You're paying now for time. You're
Here's
basically
why
paying
I
for
think
time
I
back.
would love to be a travel agent, because you're giving people your experience, your expertise to be able to say, ooh, do this, don't do that.
And that's what's needed.
Yeah,
I can
think
go
so.
and I can book my own airline ticket, but what I don't know is, hey, you know what? After 4:30, that line's going to be ridiculous. You need to go do this first.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So, what would you have done?
I probably coaching basketball, basketball or something like that. That's what I was going to do. So I imagine maybe I would have done.
What age?
What do you mean? Oh,
Like
high school.
college?
I would have. Truthfully, I would have been in either.
I would have 3 state championships by now.
I so badly wanted you
would've-
to be like 8-year-olds. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
What do you mean?
you would just, like, that's who you wanted to
eight-year-olds.
coach.
like rec league.
Little league coach. I would have been in sales,
Okay.
or I would have been a teacher. I probably would have been like an elementary.
You would have been a
school teacher.
fun You would have been like the fun history teacher.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I would have loved that. I would have like come dressed as Genghis Khan, to teach. Like, oh yeah, that would they.
I feel like there's fun history teachers and there's fun English teachers. Never met a fun math. Like I don't know of any fun math teachers.
I had the most fun.
There'd probably be fun science teachers.
Like a good teacher can help you remember things. Like I had this teacher named Mr. Swatara. I still remember him. And I remember his teaching style. Like he was very tons of movement, tons of energy. And so like when he talked about people being nomadic and going around, he just ran around the room and talked about like eating peaches and like, it was just fun. I remember so much. And he like brought history to life. And so I think I would have been a history teacher.
I was actually almost an art teacher. That's what I almost went to college for. I
oh my God, she would have been the art techer with no shoes. Absolutely. This makes complete sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe in another life.
You would have had your decorated mug and, you would have been a great art teacher.
Kind of fit the part on that one.
So stereotypical.
Favorite boy band?
Huh?
Ooh.
I was like Backstreet Boys. That was me.
NSYNC.
This was after I was in college during this time. So
no. New Kids on the Block.
What?
New Kids on the Block.
Oh, I did. I was growing up then, middle school, high school.
I never got into boy bands, but I'm not a music guy. So,
well, who was Justin Timberlake? Wasn't he in one?
He was in sync.
JT.
Yeah,
I
like Justin Timberlake minus in sync.
I've got Justin Timberlake's shoe.
I actually liked when he went solo.
Who's that guy? Joey Fatone. He seems like a nice guy.
I don't know him.
I don't. Yeah,
he was in sync.
I've got Justin Timberlake's shoe right outside my office. It's always there. If you want everyone to
say more.
You want to see it.
Say more, please.
Well, I have the shoe. It's a size 12 Nike.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I can wear it. And
just one.
It's just one. It's his right foot. And he
From
wore it.
What?
He wore it in a concert.
Why do you have that? And you just were like, "Oh, boy bands. I can't relate to that." And then you're like, "Oh, actually, I have Justin Timberlake's shoe outside my office."
It's Christina's, but
she has a shoe
that was
Justin
worn by
Timberlake
Justin shoe. It was worn at a concert, and she has the picture of him wearing that shoe in the concert. And now we have the shoe.
I have so many questions. Like, okay,
love that
first
shoe.
question. How does she know that's the shoe? Because
there's a picture of her, I think, with him with the shoe.
Okay, because I was going to say maybe in Nike's, infinite greed that they made more than one pair of the shoe.
No, it's his.
Wow.
Yeah, it smells great. It fits me. I've worn it, I think. Christina doesn't know, but I've worn it.
Well, she's gonna know now.
I wear it every now and then, just around the office. Just one shoe.
As he's leaving for the night, he's like, bye, 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 bye.
Oh my gosh, that was one too many buys. Kevin did an NSYNC.
Bye, bye, bye.
He did that in his talent show. I think it was like
Are they the ones
middle
that
school
are like,
or
baby,
something.
baby?
No, that was Brit. That was Brittany.
Oh, okay. That's Brittany.
That was Brittany. Come on.
Was she in one of the boy
he did
bands?
the whole "Bye Bye Bye" song, like choreography.
They did that.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, this is great.
You're bringing back all these memories now.
See, okay, well, first concert you ever attended?
Sandy Patty.
There's nothing wrong with Sandy Patty. She's a lovely person, but I just expected something a little more.
The first real
youthful.
concert, I saw the Foo Fighters in this tiny little club in 1997.
Holy
cow. Just
cow.
come out with Color and Shape, which is one of the best albums made.
I don't know.
Does anybody want to stay on my Foo Fighters story, or you just want to move on?
Oh yeah, go ahead. Well, Chad was looking at me like you talk now.
No, let's talk about Grandma Wisher. Go ahead.
No, you go. I don't have anything good to say.
I had nothing more.
Did you meet the Foo Fighters? Because it was a small club.
I didn't meet them. I mean, it was still a concert. I mean, like it was there was probably 400 people there.
That's kind of cool.
But it was like I was like 10 feet away. It was awesome. He brought up during, I think it was My Hero. I don't know which song it was.
There goes my,
yeah.
I shouldn't sing.
Bye, bye, bye. Anyways, he brings up this little 10-year-old kid, gets him up on stage, puts him on his shoulders, and does the whole closing, the encore with this kid on his shoulders. And Dave Grohl rocks out. And this little boy's just up there like the whole time just doing this. It was awesome.
Wow.
Anyways.
my youth group, we growing up went to
Audio
music.
Here we go.
Music
DC
festivals.
Talk.
Yeah,
News
so it was like
Boys.
DC
Yep,
Talk,
that was
Audio
me.
A,
That was me.
Reliant K.
I'm sorry.
Lion K. Yeah.
You could not have gotten more excited than a bunch of Christian kids listening to Big House. I mean, that was just
It's so lame. You're so lame.
no.
I have actually.
I am defending you, all you kids listening to Big House and Shine. I was there with you. I loved it,
dude. I just wore this weekend, like when I was like mulching or whatever. I still have a T-shirt. It's Tooth and Nail Records.
Oh,
it is
I
like
remember
one
that.
of my favorite
Yes.
T-shirts of all time. And Finn was like, this weekend, he was like, what is even that? Like, what? And I was like, dude, I've had this shirt since middle school.
See,
like,
not only did they produce good music,
Quality
and
tees.
quality merchandise.
and like the typography is like so great. So like
Still
from
relevant.
like a design nerd. Yes, absolutely. I
Really?
said to Kevin, I have tried to find this shirt again. Like that's how much I love it.
I see.
Look up
but
their
oh
logo.
man,
It's
Man.
I don't even think they're a thing anymore. It's not going to be the same.
I loved those years. Like I used to go to Christian concerts, like Creation Concert.
Yeah.
It was a whole festival. It was like Christian Woodstock.
Uh-huh.
It's significantly cleaner. It
Hey,
was still pretty dirty.
I've
but-
got creation stories. I've only been once, and it was to speak.
You spoke at Creation?
Yes, and it was.
That's kind of cool. That's a big deal.
Yeah,
It wasn't a.
it was. No,
I promise you
That-
we'll bring that up.
No, like that's not what the shirt
that's
looks
not the
like.
logo anymore.
Oh.
Okay. Oh,
See, they're still pumping out
You think
music.
I could Google Tooth and Nail logo from 1994? You think that would bring?
First of all, I would have been 5.
Oh well, when were you talking about?
I'm not gonna say how old I was.
I don't know what that have been the early 2000s maybe.
Okay, from
You're
01.
looking
I'm
for this
very
logo.
young.
She is spry.
I'm telling you, I have also tried to find it. No, that's not what my shirt looks like. I'm telling you.
All right. Okay. Joanna's going to send a picture in. We're going to put the picture in the show notes
It's
of
so
the
lame.
T-shirt.
I'm not going to do that.
No,
Next
yes,
question.
we need to
You're
see
committed.
it. Okay. All right. Next question. Do you believe Franco Harris caught the Immaculate Reception, or did the football bounce off the turf first? I don't know how to answer this. I don't even know what it. Is it a question, Jason? What?
Is a catch.
It was a catch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Moving on.
Definitively.
Joanna, do you have an opinion?
I don't care.
Joanna, like, I don't know. Okay. Do people say you have a doppelganger, a
Yes.
celebrity lookalike?
Yes, and it's the most random
Oh, I can't wait.
random person. Y'all won't even know who it is.
Maybe.
He's an actor.
It's your
who-
neighbor.
I gotta find him. He plays the president in some show. And let me try to find him. I could probably text Jenny real quick and say, "Who's that dude that?"
Look it in your search history.
Yeah,
Dude
He's
that was in that
He's
show.
in the movie Ghost.
Patrick Swayze?
No. He plays. He plays he plays actor who plays president.
All these years, people have been like, Jason, you look like Demi Moore. And he's like, who's that?
No, not who actor who plays President Snow. Diplomat. Maybe that's. Look,
Oh,
this is
but
probably
one of our-
bad.
one
This
of
is
our-
probably very bad.
what's their name?
Television right now. That dude.
Oh, we have one of our producers is
That
showing
dude.
us. What's his name? Shout it out.
Tony Goldwyn.
Tony Goldwyn.
You
Okay, listen. This has not happened. How did you find that? But did you? Something told you it must.
People look like people who
Yes.
look like Jason Mitchell, and Google knew because Google knows everything.
So, anyways, this has probably happened 5 times in my life where I've
people
walked,
thought you were Tony Goldwyn?
Yes,
Get out.
I'm not joking. I'm not joking.
That's
I know.
amazing.
And I don't see it. And I'm sure no one whoever you think you got a doppelganger, you probably don't see it. But I don't see it at all.
Mhm.
Apparently, Tyler was so confident he Googled it and found it in about two seconds.
Yep.
I've had people ask me if I'm the girl from the podcast.
Your
I'm
own
my
doppelganger.
own doppelganger.
You look just like this girl from this podcast I like.
I'm like, oh my gosh, what a coincidence.
Yeah. You're like, it's
you look
not
like
me. It's not me.
Yeah.
I get 2. I get Adam Adam Eaton was a baseball player for the Washington Nationals, and I look a lot like Adam Eaton, I'm told.
The Rock.
What is the
Rock.
Will Wheaton? Oh, The Rock. I wish.
Will Wheaton. I don't know.
Will Wheaton was.
See, I love that we have obscure doppelgangers.
Oh, totally. Will Wheaton. He's the kid. You ready for this? He's the kid from Stand By Me.
Oh, wow.
And Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Wow. Will Wheaton. I'm looking him up.
Dude, Will Wheaton. By the way, if you're listening,
Of course,
Will
I
Wheaton,
spelled it wrong.
I'd love to have you on the show. We can actually have you sit beside me, and
Oh my goodness.
I feel like
There he is.
Oh, I could see that.
yeah, a little
I
bit.
could see that.
Hey, Tony
No.
Goldwyn, if you're listening, I would love to meet you, and we would love to get you on the podcast.
There you
Now,
go.
I'm curious, talking about like celebrities and doppelgangers.
Yeah.
What celebrity hair do you wish that you had? Because for me, that's easy. I wish I had like Meg Ryan's hair
Anybody's.
from the 90s. From like
Okay.
all of her rom-coms,
You kinda
all of
do.
the different. I work really hard at that.
Do you really?
She is like my hair inspiration.
She's your hair. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm
Matthew
curious.
McConaughey.
Okay.
He has good hair.
Nice. I don't
This
know.
is a weird question.
That's a great question though, but I don't
Yeah.
know. I've never given it any thought. I'm gonna give it a good think.
All right.
Interesting.
I'm
I'm
come back to
surprised
that
you're
one.
not like that. You just didn't know. You watch so much.
Actually,
Like
you know
movies.
what? Like a Keanu Reeves from like Point Break or something. You know, something with like the long hair. Because
Okay.
when my hair gets long, it's wavy.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's how
Too-
Kevin's hair was before it all. Wow.
Tony
Yeah,
Goldwyn.
yeah. His doesn't do that anymore.
No, it doesn't.
Next question. What are 3 items you would take to a deserted island?
My cell phone or my phone.
Oh, yep.
Is it going to work there?
My car. And
Does your car drive on sand good? What are you going to do with it?
yeah, it drives.
Nice.
And all money in my bank account.
There- so you can trade it
Poor
with the
Jenny.
monkeys.
You're like, I'm going to.
No, I'm
Hey.
assuming this island has like
Hey.
stuff I could buy.
You little monkey, come here.
I'm assuming
how many
there's stuff
dollars
on
for
the
that
island.
banana?
Deserted.
Oh, did it say deserted?
Yeah, I said
Oh, it did?
desert. I didn't say dessert island.
Oh,
I just wanted to buy more Sundays. Oh, if it's deserted, I'll take everything except the money.
There you go. Last question.
So
Joanna,
food,
did
all
you,
the food
did you
in my
answer this
pantry.
yet? You
no, I don't know. I think that's such an odd question because there's just too many
Don't judge the
variables for me
question.
to make a good choice.
did? Oh, there's not that many. Just
Like deserted, like I'm going to be the only one there.
yes. Jason found the actor that looks like him.
I would want to take something to be able to make fire.
See, you're thinking practical. That's great.
Well, how long am I going to be there?
All your life. The rest of your life.
The rest of my life?
The rest of your life. Great. Now Tony Goldwyn is
It's like he's at the
staring
table
at me.
with us.
It's literally his headshot.
I would take seeds that I could grow. You guys,
There you go, Tony.
this
Oh,
is going
that's
sideways.
smart.
I would
That-
take
that's
seeds
actually
that
very smart.
although if it's a deserted island, maybe they already have one. I would
Yeah,
take
they
a
have, like,
book.
papaya.
I would take a book on how to tell you what you can eat on a deserted island.
See, now that's a good answer.
Why would you
That's
take
an
your
answer.
car? See, if I
Why
take
would you take your car?
shelter? And I can. Why is this funny? Why is this funny? I could get in my car
Yep.
and use it for shelter.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would, and I already said my third
In the
item would be-
passenger seat will be the monkey that I paid.
I would also I'd bring every item in my pantry so I have food.
You can only bring one item in your pantry.
Well, he'd fill
I'm
it all
bringing
up
in the
his-
pantry.
He's going to fill
Oh, you're
up his
filling the car. You're gonna.
Oh, and then my phone.
Then
so I
Jason
could-
turtle shell.
Jason just driving on this island in his car with a monkey.
Well, he wouldn't drive very long.
yeah, I'd run
He
out
would
of
run
gas.
out.
Yeah, that's my point. Oh, okay. What is your dream vacation, by the way? This is the last question that was like in the fun category, and I just thought I'd ask it. Dream vacation, if you could go anywhere.
Anywhere Jenny and I go that's like beach,
Oh yeah.
like tropical.
We really want to take one of those like Mediterranean cruises
Oh.
where it's like they just
The
take you
Greek
somewhere
islands.
new. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be so fun.
Yeah, for Steph and I, it is we have this big jar that we're saving up. It's like Up, the movie Up.
Okay.
We
seen
have
it.
this jar that we're saving quarters in. I know it, I can't. And we are saving up for someday to be able to go on a trip to like the South Pacific, like Tahiti or Fiji or Bora
Yeah, that's
Bora,
cool.
Oh, yeah,
like with one of
yeah.
those huts. They're really expensive, so we can't afford to do it. But we're gonna just keep putting in quarters there, and we'll get there.
That's
We'll
awesome.
get there.
That's cool. Would you go to New Zealand? Because that's South Pacific.
Yeah, that's not that, a little bit lower. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I would love to. I'd climb Mount Doom.
Yeah.
Throw the
Lord
ring
of
in the
Rings.
fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would do that. So
I don't think that's real.
I'm pretty sure it is. Don't try to ruin this for me.
CG.
Okay, so now we're going to get into some questions that people, like some burning questions that people had about like God or what's going on in the world. One of them is, how do you handle doubts or questions about your faith?
Take them to God.
Oh, I like that answer.
I go to God with them,
So-
honestly, and pray about it. And I tell God, it's hard to understand you right now. It's hard to believe that you're here right now. It's
but
kind of hard to believe you're real right now. It's kind of hard to believe.
Yeah. I think people struggle with that though, because like sometimes he doesn't answer. Is that okay? Like,
Well, what do you mean? Yeah.
yeah, like you can ask your doubts. So you're saying it's the process of asking sometimes is the healing.
Yeah, I'm just saying I talk to God. I just put it out there. I just talk to God about it.
Yeah,
That's what
that's good.
I don't know if I'm expecting an answer, I guess.
Yeah, that's good.
I don't know how you get an answer. Like when I see the things that make me struggle the most are just the immense tragedies you see in the world. Those are the things that rock me the most. And I find myself saying, like, God, why have you abandoned us? So those are when I just, I feel like the Psalms are such a great pattern for that. So Psalm 22, why? That's what I mean by taking it to God. Like all those questions, he wants it. He's big enough for it.
That's good. Joanna, anything?
Yeah, I was just going to say, find someone trusted that you can talk it out with. In addition to Jason, I think what you were sharing, but sometimes it's also just good to hear other life experience or ways God's showed up for someone else, especially if it's a specific scenario. Find someone who can say like, hey, me too. Like, let's talk it out. I think that can be helpful too.
The other thing I've heard someone say a long time ago, and I always held on to it, is also learn to doubt your doubts.
Oh, I love that.
And because it can get overwhelming when you see Uvalde, when you see what happened in Nashville. So like children for me is a big thing for me, like a trigger of despair when children are hurt, whether that's abuse, I just mentioned shootings and all that. It's very hard for me to wrap my head around, which I'm assuming is hard for everyone. But I also know when I say doubt your doubts, it's like, yes, those are the moments where it's like, how, God? How did you see that? Were you moved? Did you see it? These are the kinds of things I'll scream. But I also need to doubt my doubts in the sense of none of that. I know other things I've seen in this life. I've seen goodness. I've seen marriages restored and healed. I've seen addictions broken. I've seen lives changed. So I also have to bring that to the table. Like and that's where it's a mystery. It's a mystery. And I don't understand it. I'm not going to try to, cliche it away. I'm going to let it be what it is. So.
Yeah, that's good.
I think we have time for two more here. So what has surprised you most about starting the podcast? So in just like a sentence or two, what surprised you guys? What surprised me is it's a lot of work. Podcasts are work.
You guys do, an amazing job. And,
Thanks.
Because I feel like what I was going to say is how little amount of work it is. But that's because, and I know that, and I'm being serious right now, like that is because of the immense amount of work that is done, Chad, by you, and there's a whole team of people that none of you guys get to see or hear, a production team who
that's right.
they do such an incredible job. And so, but it probably does surprise me how much work it takes, actually.
Yeah, it's a fleet of people. It's just tons of people, like, editing and sound and all of the publication and, YouTube. And it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot of work. So Joanna, any surprises?
Yeah, I would say when people come up to me and they are like, "Hey, was watching it like on my TV, like when the episode dropped," and that's just like, I don't know. It's really cool that people let the three of us into their homes, even like in those kinds of ways. So
I talked to my
think that's
parents.
cool.
My parents watch the podcast like very regularly. They watch the whole thing. They sit down like it's a movie, and they were like, "You know who we love? Joanna."
Yeah.
And I was like, "And me?" They think you're. They were like, "She's so smart. She's just so smart." And I'm like,
it's just more that, yeah, I don't know. I very much love being behind the scenes. So.
Well,
So it's been a stretch for you.
Well,
Yeah,
Ken and Linda
absolutely.
Herman, they insist that you stay in front of the camera because they like it seeing you.
You guys
Almost
both
as,
have just, you guys both offer such incredibly rich perspectives. And, you know, Chad, you do such a great job of bringing out, I think, the different angles we need to be talking about. And Joanna, your perspective is so rich and valuable for everyone listening. And so, yeah, you guys are exceptional.
thanks,
at
man.
what you do.
well, we
Thanks.
love doing it. I have one last question that someone asked this, and I think it's a really nice question to end on. Is how should I go about getting into a relationship and meeting a Christian partner? So there's someone out there that's like, you know, I'm looking, but what should I be looking for? Or
It's interesting. I was just talking to a friend the other day. So hopefully, I don't think she asked the question.
she might have if she's a listener.
And hopefully she doesn't hate me for saying this. But it was interesting. I mean, honestly, the conversation her and I were having was just how do you get into proximity with people that you think you could see yourself wanting to date, marry, you know, whatever.
Sure.
And so we were talking about all the various ways that can happen. But anyway, I think some of it is just like, yeah, I think without putting words in her mouth, just wrestling with like what kinds of places are like safe places today to do that.
So that's a good question. What are you looking for, and what are some safe places to meet a future possible significant other? I think it's unfair for poor Christian people that are looking, or it's just not even Christian people alone, single people. It's sometimes hard because it's like it's hard even being friends without expectations of like, well, is this going to go somewhere? You know, are we going to date and stuff? And it's like, no, I just want to be friends. You know, it's a little bit hard to actually get to know people and stuff without expectations, and so it is challenging. So, any advice? Like, what are you looking for? I think I would give the advice of find someone that you can talk to, and you enjoy their like you when you lose track of time. Something we talked about in previous episodes. When you lose track of time with someone because you're enjoying their company and you talk with them and it's not a burden and you feel like you get to be heard as much as you hear, I think that's great because you're going to be talking to this person possibly the rest of your life. So look for someone that is your friend, that you want to have that friendship first, and everything else is for me of secondary importance. Of course, faith. Like I'm assuming the person is a Christian.
Yeah, I think they said that. I would say that put yourself around environments where you're going to meet godly men and women. I mean, that's honestly what I'd say. And
you won't.
some
Probably not at the bar. You know.
I don't know. I mean, some environments will be more conducive to that than others. I think obviously getting involved at a church and getting involved if you're a part of LCBC in our church, you know, and getting yourself around people who are wanting to do big things with their lives in the name of Jesus.
I like that.
So that would be one thing. And then the second thing I would just say is, and just be careful not to focus so much on finding the person, but becoming, and I think Andy Stanley talks about this. He's a pastor down in Georgia. And I think he talks about the idea of focus more on becoming the kind of person that you would want to marry, so to speak. You know, so you've got it, because if you focus on becoming the kind of person that the person that you're looking for would be looking for, you will attract in some ways that around you. And so just keep focusing on that and don't get too caught up in it, but put yourself in environments where you're more likely to find someone who's going to be wanting to walk the same direction as you.
Just have what you're looking for ahead of time, though, and you know,
don't settle. That would be what I'd say more than anything else.
Yeah,
don't
totally.
settle. Write down your non-negotiables. Write down your non-negotiables and do not settle.
What is a small annoyance today will be a painful annoyance in the future.
Well, and your non-negotiables should be the big things. I mean, like if you're going to put it on that list, I mean, like, they need to be
Snoring while you sleep is not a non-negotiable.
yeah, or
I've heard it like the non-negotiables and like the nice to haves.
yeah, I like that.
Like how do you like?
Non-negotiables
Yeah.
are they love Jesus with all their heart, soul, and mind, right? Non-negotiables are they're committed to
Family.
faithfully. Yeah. Non-negotiables are exactly. The nice to haves would be, they
Like the beach.
there you go.
Yeah.
More than the mountains. Well, they might like the mountains a little bit. Like, all right. Well,
Yeah.
do they love Jesus with all their heart, soul, mind? Yeah. Then you know what?
So my wife doesn't love the beach, but she loves me. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. So she goes to the beach.
So you
with me
just
and
take a
stuff.
really big umbrella.
Yeah, a very big umbrella. Steffi likes to rock the umbrella. So Joanna, last thoughts on advice or nothing.
I don't think I have any more. I agree with what you guys said.
That's great.
Well, that's the first time.
All right, so this has been another great episode of the Live Change Mailbag. As always, we're gonna give you more chances to ask your questions, and in future episodes, we'll definitely bring back out the mailbag and answer some of your questions. But before we go, just a reminder, like, subscribe, leave comments. That's how we get the podcast out there to more people. The more activity you guys have and the more you share it, the more people get to see it and they get to hear the cool things that Jesus is doing. And, they get the life-changing challenge that Jesus Christ offers all of us. And as always, as a life changed by Christ, make sure you live that change out every day.
Thanks so much for listening. If you enjoyed today's conversation, be sure to follow the show, send today's episode to a friend, and leave a review. The Live Changed podcast is produced by LCBC Church. LCBC stands for Lives Changed by Christ. We are one church in multiple locations across Pennsylvania. For more information about LCBC, resources from this episode, and ways to grow in your relationship with Jesus, go to lcbcchurch.com.